Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the best real estate podcast online. It is time for Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live with Mike and Dave Elkins, presented by Elite Realty Group.
Here's what we're talking about today. How to buy a home, how to buy a house in a tight market. You've heard us now for 10 weeks, because this is show number 10. You've heard us now for 10 weeks say we're in a very good market here in the Lakeway area, which we are. But that's making it a tight market. A lot of things are moving quickly. Again, we're selling houses now in hours and days, not months and years anymore. So it makes it tight. So there's some things you kind of got to get in place, some things you need to look at and think about if you're in the market to purchase a house. Now listen, we've got houses everywhere. We've got them in town, out of town, on the lake, off the lake, lake view, in the mountains, by the creek, whatever you're looking for, we've got those. They're available and they're for sale out there today. So if you're thinking about buying a house, there's some things that you'll want to do to get ready to make sure you can buy a house in this tight market that we're in. Go ahead.
It's tight. I was going to say, I was telling you earlier, I went to show a property that we had listed last night. Had an appointment. Went to the same house. It wasn't an open house, but I went there for a 5:30 appointment. I ended up getting a 5:30 appointment, a 6, and a 6:30.
Right.
So I mean, same house. It's what I'm saying. It's they're there and they're selling.
If they're priced right,
and we got 2 offers on it.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 offers just last night on those showings.
Right.
So and probably could have had a third, but some things were there in the way. So again, it's tight. We're going to give you a few tips today, and again, I want to stress tips. We're not giving you legal information. We're not giving you, money information. What would you call that? All that advice. We're just giving you our opinions.
Our opinions.
These are some things that could help you. If you want legal advice, call a lawyer. If you want advice on your money, call a CPA, taxes, all that. They can handle that. We're just having a good time.
That's right.
We're just 2 clowns.
We love what we do.
Look like these guys here. We're just 2 clowns having a good time on a show today. So that's all that we are. Hoping that you enjoy again our show today, Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live. Here is tip number 1. How to buy a house in a tight market. One thing is you need to stay in close contact. When I say close, I mean close. You need to stay in close contact with your real estate agent. All right? Because again, those houses, when they're hitting the market right now, again, hours and days, not months and years. You've got to have good communication.
It's crucial. Most of the time, and not that there's anything shady going on, but most of the time, a realtor knows what they even got coming.
That's right.
I was telling those people last night, I've got some that I know's coming. I've not listed them
yet. They're not officially on the market.
Right, but I know that just because people talking to, they're getting them painted, whatever. So, I mean, get yourself a realtor and stay in contact with them, because if you don't, day number 2 on the market may be too late.
It may be gone. Because again, when they're coming, you're there. Now, here's another thing, how to help you stay very connected to your real estate agent. All right? Because you need to be very connected. 1, let them know how you want to communicate. You've probably got a job if you're buying a house. Can you text at work? Can you take calls? All that needs to be, that's kind of a given. All that needs to be figured out up front. But you need to, as your search engine, here's where a big mistake is made. A lot of people will use Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com, those big sites.
And those aren't good.
They're good sites. We're not bashing those sites. But so your communication can be very good. Use your realtor's website. Use their company. Use something that is connected to them. Because here's why. Tell them why about that. About how our website works.
Our website. Okay. When you go on our website, I don't know, hopefully you guys have been on there and checked it out, but when you register, then you get kind of like your own little account and everything. It's free.
Which is free.
Everything's completely free. But when you get on there and you save a property, we automatically get an email as well. So we know that,
what's going on.
Has saved this house, so we know, hey, you're interested in this place.
That's right.
And again, I think I've said this repeatedly before on our shows, but our websites and everything, and like Zillow, everything is syndicated from us, from our MLS.
It goes from us to them.
So you're going to get it on us first. And again, in the tight market, first come, first serve.
That's right. You're going to want to be there fast. You're going to want to be there fast. So again, it's going to come from the MLS to us. That's one reason you want to use us. And then it filters out to all those other places. Right. Sometimes, and we tell our clients this because, again, a lot of the listings that we do, everybody wants to see them on Zillow, and that's good because they go there. But most of the time, it takes 24 to 48 hours to get out there to those guys.
Right.
Where it's to us pretty quickly.
Right.
Quicker than it is to them because it comes from us to them. So stay in that constant communication with your realtor. Use their stuff. Use their websites. Use their search. Use those things that are user friendly to you. That again is going to help you beat out those buyers of those hot listings.
For those of you watching, it's Elite Realty Group TN.
Yes.
You can go there and check it out.
Yeah.
If you're watching, you got another agent or something, ask them.
Yeah.
Most agents in our area, again, Mike said before, we're in a great area as far as having other realtors.
Yeah.
Ask them. Do you have a website?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, stay in contact with them. That's crucial.
Yeah, it's very, very, very important that you do that, again, because it's a tight market. We're giving you some tips today how to purchase in a tight market. Here's tip number 2. Tip number 1 was stay in direct connection with your real estate agent.
Right.
All right?
Use their website.
Use their website. Stay in close contact with them. Here's number 2. Here's tip number 2. Be ready. If you've made up your mind, I'm going to do this.
Right.
I'm going to buy me a house. I'm going for it. You need to get pre-approved. We talk about that all the time.
Right.
We've got lenders on standby that can do that. Multiple. We don't have one. You pick them. But you need to talk to those people, get pre-approved, and you and your wife or you or whoever is making these decisions, you need to sit down before you ever go look, and you need to say, what am I willing to give and what am I willing to pay a month for this home? You need to be ready when you go look to make a decision right then.
Yeah.
All right? You ain't got time to go look and go think about this for 3 or 4 days.
Right.
Somebody else is going to come along and buy the house.
Just like last night, 5:30, 6:30 at the same house.
That's right.
So if you go home and think, the guy
6 o'clock appointment's coming in and he's going to buy the house.
He's done thought about it.
Yeah. So again, the houses that you're looking at today, going home and thinking about tonight, are the same house somebody looked at yesterday and thought about last night and buy today. So you ain't got time to do that. So you need to be ready to, again, you need to know what's up. You need to know what's happening. You need to know, again, be ready to make that decision. But also when you put your offer in, put your offer in.
Right.
Don't try to go up and down with this thing.
Right. And I guess a side note, but whether that's us or if you have another agent or whatever, it's not that we're trying to be pushy and say, hey, you got to buy this house, know, because, again, it's just the market, and we're just trying to tell you from stuff that we see and deal with daily.
It's going fast, which is good, which is bad. It's good, so, it's just one of those things, again, you want to, make sure you're ready to make that decision. If you're deciding you're going to go, jump in on both feet and go.
Right.
Be ready to bid. Don't give a bunch of these. Again, bid competitively. Be able to put a good offer out there. We're seeing that houses are not dropping. They're dropping, 2 to 5% on average. That's an average. That's not set in stone, but they're dropping 2 to 5% depending on how motivated the seller is. That's usually what we see happening.
And depending on, there's a lot of factors, but depending on closing costs, are you asking sellers to pay?
Yes.
And just, in this market it's tight.
That's exactly right. All right. So those are 2 tips. Here's the third tip. Third and last tip. Third and last tip today is keep your contingencies. When you do put these offers in, a lot of people will put contingencies on there, home inspections and this and so on and so forth. But you'll want to keep your contingencies at a minimum.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying don't put them in there. Put them in there.
Right.
Home inspection, you better have it.
Right.
Yeah. Appraisal, you better make sure it appraises. Those kind of things are in there.
Right.
My point is don't ask for, if it's a simple fix, because they're probably going to find something wrong on most home inspections they do.
Right.
But be reasonable about the contingencies.
Right.
About those items being fixed.
Right.
Don't let, again, a light socket being cracked, the cover on the wall.
Right.
Don't let that knock you out of a deal.
And I can even remember another contingency. I can even remember back, it might have been last summer. It's been some time back, but the market was a little slower.
Right.
But, I was writing offers for people and putting contingencies that I had to get my wife or whatever up from Florida.
Brothers, uncles, cousins, sister to come.
Yeah, well, the man might have been up here, visiting family or something, wanted to look at a house, and he's like, let's write the offer. I want to make it contingent on my wife coming from Florida in 2 weeks to take a look at it. Those kind of contingencies are getting tough to get by with a seller now because
they're going so fast.
Hours and days.
Hours and days, not months and years anymore. So again, those are just 3 tips. There are 3 things. Again, you're buying, go for it, man. Go for it. Get you a good realtor. Go for it. There's a lot in this area. There's a lot that watches our show. You can pick them off on the side of our show here, or you can pick us off, whatever. Yeah. But get you a good realtor. They'll walk you through the whole process. But again, remember, work closely with them. Put a good solid bid on. Be ready to know what you can do, and don't ask for the world.
Right.
Go in to protect yourself. But don't go in just all crazy.
I think it's very important, like you said. I think number 2, make your decision.
You have to.
Make your decision. Be solid with your offer.
Yes.
And go for it.
That's exactly right.
We thank each and every one of you for listening to today's podcast. Tune in for future episodes by subscribing to our channel and get the latest and greatest real estate information right here on Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live, presented by Elite Realty Group. Until next time, have a great and blessed day.